because it's, you know, it's caffeinated, and that's why I have decaffeinated Diet Coke now. The gold cans. Sitting on my ass on the sofa, eating pizza, drinking Diet Coke, and watching Top Gear on Dave. It's literally all. Doesn't want to say energy drinks. With the mints and the Diet Coke and stuff, like, I can get a thing done, right?
And so now every time I'm feeling a little bit down, bit of Diet Coke helps. Ginger beer's a good alternative.
And I have been drinking Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. Not Diet Coke, because my mum brought home Coca-Cola. Be home because you've still got your computer, you've still got your fucking Diet Coke or whatever, you know. Because I can do that. But yeah, and enough about Diet Coke. Yeah, I hang out in these sort of, you know, left-wing safe spaces. I've got Diet Coke and, you know, it's giving me energy. Like, the only way I can do anything is because I have Diet Coke giving me energy. And the thing is, it's so much fucking food and drinking so much Diet Coke that maybe, like, when I had this session of just, yeah, I think I might have to have some mints later. Some Diet Coke. See ya! Sorry for being when you're being creative. And I can get into that quite easily. I mean, coffee, Diet Coke, or indeed a Mountain Dew. Get my music. Have Diet Coke. I'm not sure if it shows, but I have been. And Jack Daniels and decaf Diet Coke. It tastes brilliant. At least it does.
To make my New Year's resolution, whilst downing, or before downing, some Diet Coke. So I had my Diet Coke. And
Coca-Cola instead of Diet Cola, despite never having drunk Coca-Cola in my life. When I asked for a Diet Coke, she bought that. I've never really noticed what it's like when I've not had Diet Coke. And also, the last 2 years when, you know, obviously I began taking a... Why are you drinking squash? Why are you drinking Mountain Dew? Why are you drinking Diet Coke? And it's like, I'm making the big because Diet Coke is the drink that I drank as a child when I was happy, right? Who could drive, and thus there wasn't anybody around who could get to the shops to get more Diet Coke. And having no Diet Coke is too much. So long as you don't drink more than 2 cans of Diet Coke a day, you're good. More piles, because there are consequences to eating mints and drinking Diet Coke and eating pizza. Right?
vegetate. Just eat pizza, drink Diet Coke, watch Top Gear on Dave. Watch Top Gear on Dave. Watch Top Gear on Dave.
And decaf Diet Coke, because you can in fact get decaf Diet Coke, and I have been drinking decaf Diet Coke. I'm not sure of it. Of course, if you drink 2 litres of Diet Coke a day, your teeth are probably not going to be in such awesome condition. So, okay, bang goes that plan. So I had to survive through drinking Diet Coke to power through, so that it's a little difficult in the sense of, like, I still need bottles of Diet Coke, because yes, I need the caffeine. Diet Coke combined with essentially, like, it is a bit like, yes, I'm not drinking Diet Coke today, apart from the fact that I basically killed a bottle of Diet Coke today.
And I'm going to sit on my ass, eating pizza, drinking Diet Coke, and watching Top Gear on Dave, and I'll be having my nice ladies Diet Coke now. Oh,
Jack Daniels and Sainsbury's Diet Coke. Oh yes. I actually kind of prefer Sainsbury's Diet Coke to Coke. I mean, okay, a more general example would be, you know, Diet Coke. What are you talking about? It's 4 in the bloody morning. I can't. Going to be radically caffeinated, and you're going to have to deal with the fact that Diet Coke is a bit of a diuretic. Drinking Diet Coke today, apart from the fact that I basically killed a bottle of Diet Coke today, and also drank Diet Pepsi whilst, you know, recording it, is that I got Diet Coke and, you know, it's given me energy. Like, the only way I can do anything.
my fucking nirvana. I got my goddamn heaven, and I spent a year on the sofa drinking Diet Coke, watching Top Gear on Dave, and eating pizza.
Communication for me is difficult. I'm going to have a break to well, basically to get some Diet Coke, and then we're going to talk about. I was 16. I was effectively chain drinking Diet Coke, so therefore, you know, Diet Coke is actually one of these. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's still bottles and bottles of Diet Coke in the fridge, so it's not like I'm running out. But to go up to one of these shops and just get a job lot of Diet Coke and ferry it back to this house, you know. Like, nowadays, you know, if I drink one small can of Diet Coke, right, that's like the same as drinking a Red Bull. As is evidenced by the fact that I have been drinking Jack Daniels and decaf Diet Coke, because you can in fact get decaf Diet. One drink that got me off Diet Coke for a good few years was ginger beer, because ginger has that kick. More than 2 litres of Diet Coke a day, you're good, because 2 litres of Diet Coke is not equivalent to 2 litres of pure aspartame. I can't drive, don't have a car, and Diet Coke is heavy, so thank fuck for Pluro Plus, eh? thank the.
A good late night with some Diet Coke and a right, and, you know, some jamming music.
Just like 1 bottle of Mountain Dew, a few sips of Diet Coke, and some squash. I suppose because I drank Diet Coke instead of Coke. Because aspartame may give you cancer. If that makes me genuinely bloody angry. But yeah, I've run out of Diet Coke. And obviously decaf Diet Coke, and I have been drinking decaf Diet Coke. I'm not sure if it shows, but I have been.
Feels, and it's better than Diet Coke and better than sodding energy drink. And yet I know, because I drank it yesterday.
Actually have quite an addiction for a Diet Coke and Mint Imperials. And the mint thing, actually, they're because either I was doing stuff when I myself was revved up on Diet Coke, or I was doing, and I have taken a good can of Diet Coke, or maybe even a Mountain Dew, and I am ready to properly study. Me if I felt tired during the day, and so I'm thinking that maybe the Diet Cokes I've been having have kind of been doing a.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave school, and then I'm gonna have Diet Coke, and I'm gonna have pizza, and I'm just gonna sit on the sofa, and I'm gonna go
to the library. No friends. No, just Diet Coke, pizza, and Top Gear on Dave. And I did try to get out and do.
Staying up late. I love staying up stupidly late, drinking Diet Coke, drinking energy drink, and try it with things. I want to know how this would go with Diet Coke, how this would go with Krabbies, how this would go with lemon.
And I was on tons of Diet Coke. And I needed time. And I was writing. And I like writing. And I like achieving things. This felt like a... Chemicals do make it easier because having caffeine, having Diet Coke genuinely does improve my mood, genuinely does mean I... If you happen to be an anosmic who likes Diet Coke. so that's approximately 2% of the population, maybe, who is worried about my addiction to Diet Coke and mints because of how much I find I rely on them for my mood, right? The way I can find the energy to fucking do anything is by drinking Diet Coke. Means that I have no sleeping pattern. I have a spearmint flavoured soft mints and eating some matchmakers and drinking some Diet Coke. But I will go mad and I will have to go and, you know, have a strong drink of Diet Coke. And someone kind of meant that in a way I was sort of free to sort of use Diet Coke and stuff as just stimulant. I like it. I'll drink it. I'll happily drink a lot of it. But Diet Coke is the connection. Diet Coke is bae and I love drinking bae so much. So, yes. The self. And because today I didn't have a Diet Coke, I instead ended up having a nap, which meant that by the time I stay alive, I've got to have energy to help my mother. And Diet Coke gives me the fucking energy I need. Mints give me the fucking energy. But just me sort of like coming in my dressing gown with my Diet Coke. On with the music, let's ride! Coke. Run out of Diet Coke, and obviously I can't drive. Don't have a car. And Diet Coke is...
So I ended up going at like 4 AM the day before. Getting like no sleep, living on just Diet Coke. And instantly, the reason I am now going to drink my second can of Diet Coke for the day is that it's kind of, I'm at a very awkward, just jam on the music and, you know, listen, drink some nice energy drink, Diet Coke, and let
enjoy myself as a writer of problematic fiction. At least there is Diet Coke. At least Diet Coke. I'm not gonna have a Diet Coke. I'm not gonna have a Diet Coke. Oh look, Diet Coke. And Coca-Cola original Diet Coke. Especially as Sainsbury's Diet Coke does not include aspartame, which is nice. It means I can save.
As the clock struck midnight, I had my glass of Diet Coke, my pint of Diet Coke, and it's sort of a tradition of me.
I'm kicking the Diet Coke bucket and I'm giving it up and I'm going to ginger beer, and it's like maybe not such a good thing to say on the internet. I'm a little bit drunk. Whiskey and Diet Coke. Oh, it's so good, so good, so good.
Some mints are kind of hardcore for me, but this nice bit of Diet Coke. I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow, so it doesn't matter if I...
It was just kind of like a zombie. So I got my Diet Coke, and I got the music on, and I wrote, and that's what I did. And it means I can safely go over my 2 litres of Diet Coke a day. To get more Diet Coke. And having no Diet Coke is not a problem when there are things that need to be done, and when I actually kind of prefer Sainsbury's Diet Coke to Coca-Cola Original Diet Coke, especially as Sainsbury's Diet Coke.
I've resolved to, since I've started drinking my Diet Coke and talking about stuff, but you know, it's a genuine thing that, you know, well, because, you know, he drinks Diet Coke, I was addicted to Diet Coke, he liked, I liked.
But like, for me it's Diet Coke. Diet Coke is the thing that fucks me up, because it's, you know, it's caffeinated and supposedly like giving up on Diet Coke, but then I realised actually there's like tiny sliver of Diet Coke left and I may just finish it off. And there are days that I just need to, you know, hot myself up on mints and Diet Coke and get to work writing.
So, we can continue. After I have had a glass of, well, a swig of Diet Coke. I believe swig is the appropriate terminology. Incidentally, the reason I am now going to drink my second can of Diet Coke for the day is that it's kind of, I'm at a very been drinking cans of Diet Coke, and I have done writing, and I have played Skyrim and listened to podcasts. Don't make them out of habit. I mean, I was basically addicted to Diet Coke for an awful long time, so believe me, when I drink a Diet Coke... Some Diet Coke. So I had my Diet Coke, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I'd stumbled upon...
ache. And my head aches, and like, I'm trying to give up Diet Coke. Emphasis on the trying. I forced myself to go for a walk, and when I came back, I ate some more food, drank some Diet Coke, did the washing up.
I didn't know who I was. I just had one dream. I wanted to spend my life watching telly and eating pizza and drinking Diet Coke. Not exactly the highest.
I've had depression, so I've been leaning heavily on Diet Coke, and I've been leaning heavily on distractions. And like, I've been in a period is almost, it is as much a part of me as Diet Coke, pizza, and Doctor Who. In fact, it is not just. It's not just the mints. It's not just the Diet Coke. Although, yes, that's wrong. That's an underestimation. So long as you don't drink more than 2 litres of Diet Coke a day, you're good. Because 2 litres of pure aspartame. So long as you stop at 2 litres of Diet Coke, you're totally fine. Of course, if you drink 2... When I am writing, when I am listening to music, when I am drinking Diet Coke, when I am in the moment of writing, things are good for me right now. I've got good friends, Diet Coke, and an adorable kitten. When I finish writing this, I'm going to watch The Young Turks, because I was stupid enough to have a packet of Mentos and a bottle of Diet Coke. Right? And no, it did not cause... Is a problem that doesn't concern me. Okay, in the sense that I prefer Diet Coke. I prefer Diet Lemonade. I prefer Diet Red Bull. Addicted to Diet Coke for an awful long time, so believe me, when I drink a Diet Coke, I am aware that I have to be damn fucking careful. Give you diabetes, and yeah, drink fucking Diet Coke responsibly, but drink everything responsibly, you know, if you don't... But then I realised, actually there's like tiny sliver of Diet Coke left and I may just finish it off. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, there's still bottles and bottles.
John was watching Top Gear on days, eating pizza, and drinking Diet Coke. And I lived for this. I lived for just vegging out on the...
And chips. Pepperoni pizza. There. Diet Coke. You know, they're just always there. This man, fucking computers. My favourite drink was Diet Coke, and if pushed for an alcoholic option, Krabby's alcoholic ginger beer. Spent today essentially living on coffee and Diet Coke. I am running on fumes. I am running